When attempting to discern a person's true character, it often takes more than just casual observation. While people may present an image of themselves through their actions, speech, or appearance, these are often superficial layers that can mask deeper motivations or beliefs. In reality, there are certain aspects of a person's behavior and approach to life that can provide a more authentic insight into who they truly are. Two of the most revealing factors, which can serve as a lens into one's inner self, are the manner in which a person takes responsibility and their ability to confront discomfort. A person's willingness to take responsibility, particularly for their own actions, is a direct reflection of their character. When someone faces the consequences of their decisions without deflecting blame or pointing fingers at others, it indicates a strong sense of personal integrity. This ability to own one's mistakes and failures is rare, but it serves as an essential component in the development of one's character. In today's world, there is a pervasive tendency to deflect blame. It is all too easy to assign fault to external forces, the environment, the government, societal expectations, or other people. Such a mindset can be a coping mechanism, an escape from discomfort, or a way to protect one's ego. However, the truly honest individual does not seek refuge in these excuses. Instead, they take responsibility for their actions, even when it is difficult or inconvenient. In doing so, they acknowledge that they, and only they, have control over their decisions and responses. This level of responsibility is not limited to actions that have led to positive outcomes. It extends to acknowledging and confronting one's mistakes, missteps, and failures. Taking responsibility in such circumstances requires a profound level of humility. After all, admitting to errors in judgment or behavior is not easy. It often involves facing harsh truths about oneself, confronting one's flaws, and accepting that one has room for growth. It is only through this honest self-assessment and accountability that true personal development can occur. By acknowledging their own shortcomings and working to correct them, the individual demonstrates a genuine commitment to improvement, not just for themselves, but for those around them as well. Equally important in understanding a person's true character is their ability to confront discomfort. In life, discomfort is inevitable. Whether it comes in the form of emotional pain, physical strain, or mental fatigue, it is a natural part of the human experience. How one handles discomfort, however, reveals a great deal about their character. Some people shy away from discomfort, avoiding it at all costs. They seek comfort and ease, preferring to stay in their safe zones, where nothing challenges them. While this might seem like an appealing approach, it can often lead to stagnation. The individual who avoids discomfort does so at the expense of growth. True strength of character is demonstrated not in the avoidance of discomfort, but in the courage to face it head-on. This could manifest in a variety of forms: choosing to speak truth when it is difficult, facing up to a personal challenge, enduring hardship without complaint, or enduring the emotional pain that comes with confronting one's own weaknesses. Each of these instances requires not only resilience, but also a deep commitment to one's values and principles. Furthermore, the ability to confront discomfort is intrinsically tied to the pursuit of meaningful goals. It is easy to pursue something that feels good or brings immediate gratification, but more often than not, those things fail to lead to lasting fulfillment. True, enduring satisfaction comes from working toward long-term goals, goals that often require significant effort, sacrifice, and discomfort. In this regard, the individual who seeks comfort over growth is fundamentally different from someone who embraces challenge, even when it involves uncertainty and difficulty. What sets individuals apart in their ability to face discomfort is their capacity to frame it in a constructive light. They understand that discomfort is not necessarily a sign of failure or weakness, but a signal for growth. In fact, true strength is cultivated through this very discomfort. The person who actively seeks out challenges, who persists through hardship, and who can endure discomfort with grace demonstrates a remarkable degree of mental fortitude and self-discipline. When we consider these two factors, taking responsibility and confronting discomfort, begin to understand how they are intertwined in the development of an individual's character. Taking responsibility allows a person to acknowledge their own weaknesses, while confronting discomfort provides the opportunity to strengthen those areas. Together, these traits create a foundation for personal growth and genuine self-improvement. Moreover, these qualities extend far beyond the individual. A person who takes responsibility for their actions and faces discomfort with resilience becomes a model for others. Their example can inspire those around them to adopt similar attitudes, creating a ripple effect of positive influence. When people observe someone who is unafraid to take ownership of their mistakes and who meets life's challenges head on, they are more likely to adopt these behaviors themselves. In this way, the character of one individual can serve to uplift and elevate an entire community. Such individuals are also more likely to cultivate meaningful relationships. In an era where superficiality often reigns, those who are truly self-aware and unafraid to confront their discomfort are rare. These people are authentic, not because they seek to be, but because they have made peace with their flaws and have accepted the inherent challenges of life. Authenticity in this sense is not about presenting a perfect image to the world, but about being vulnerable, honest, and real, even in the face of personal difficulty. It is in these moments of discomfort, whether they arise from personal failure, emotional vulnerability, or physical hardship, that a person's character is truly revealed. The individuals who embrace such moments, who face them with courage and resolve, provide a testament to the potential for human growth. They understand that greatness is not born from avoiding challenges, but from confronting them with integrity and resilience. Ultimately, by observing a person's ability to take responsibility and their capacity to endure discomfort, we gain invaluable insight into their true character. While these qualities may not always be immediately visible, they become apparent over time, particularly when life presents its inevitable challenges. It is in these moments that the strength of one's character is forged, not in the absence of discomfort, but in how one chooses to respond to it. Similarly, it is not in the absence of mistakes, but in how one owns up to and learns from them. These are the defining characteristics that shape an individual's true self, and they are the qualities that, once observed, leave a lasting impression on those around them. A person's ability to own their actions, mistakes, and failures, rather than deflecting blame, is a powerful indicator of their integrity and self-awareness. It reveals a deep commitment to personal growth and accountability. The ability to face discomfort, whether emotional, physical, or mental, head-on, shows resilience and courage. Embracing challenges, rather than avoiding them, fosters growth and demonstrates a person's true strength of character. Taking responsibility is one of the most profound and revealing aspects of a person's character. It serves as a cornerstone for integrity, self-awareness, and personal growth. When individuals are willing to own their actions, admit their mistakes, and confront their consequences, they reveal a level of maturity that is rare in a world that often seeks to blame others or external circumstances. The ability to take responsibility is not merely about acknowledging one's errors or missteps. It involves a deeper understanding of one's role in the larger tapestry of life, relationships, and society. By accepting personal responsibility, one transcends the temptation to project fault onto others, creating a foundation for genuine self-improvement, accountability, and trustworthiness. At its core, taking responsibility is an act of humility. It requires the courage to face one's flaws, shortcomings, and failings without seeking to shield oneself from judgment. Many people, when confronted with mistakes or failures, instinctively seek to protect their ego. The desire to appear perfect or blameless is deeply ingrained in human nature, often influenced by societal expectations, fear of rejection, or the need for validation. However, these defense mechanisms only serve to perpetuate a false narrative about who we are. In contrast, the person who willingly takes responsibility steps outside of this illusion, embracing their imperfections as part of their authentic self. One of the most striking aspects of responsibility is that it doesn't just apply to one's actions when things go wrong, it also involves taking ownership of the choices that lead to success and growth. There's a tendency in some to focus solely on external factors when things go well. They may attribute their achievements to luck, timing, or the help of others, without recognizing their own contributions and decisions that brought them to that point. Similarly, when things go awry, people often turn to the same external forces, blaming others, circumstances, or fate. While external influences certainly play a role in our lives, the essence of personal responsibility lies in acknowledging our active participation in shaping our outcomes, both good and bad. Taking responsibility for one's actions fosters a sense of empowerment. It shifts the mindset from being a passive observer of one's life to being the active architect of one's future. By recognizing that we are, in large part, the result of our own choices, we can approach life with greater confidence and purpose. Every decision we make, from the smallest interactions to the largest commitments, has an impact on the course of our lives. Accepting that responsibility means understanding that our choices, even the ones we regret, have value. It means taking ownership not just of our successes, but also of our failures, recognizing that both are essential for growth. It's also important to note that taking responsibility is not about self-blame or self-criticism. It's not about adopting a stance of guilt or shame when things go wrong. Instead, responsibility involves a recognition of one's power to influence outcomes. It's about accepting that mistakes are part of the human experience and, importantly, that those mistakes do not define our worth. Rather than clinging to regret or shame, taking responsibility gives us the opportunity to learn, adapt, and improve. It helps us develop a mindset that views setbacks as valuable learning experiences, not as final judgments on our capabilities or potential. Moreover, the act of taking responsibility requires a level of introspection that is often uncomfortable. In many cases, it's easier to externalize problems and place blame on others, particularly when things don't turn out the way we hope. It requires much more effort to turn inward and assess what role we played in the situation. This process involves self-awareness and emotional intelligence, recognizing our own motivations, actions, and emotions, and how they might have influenced the outcome. It's easy to overlook our part in a situation when we are caught up in frustration, anger, or disappointment. But a person who takes responsibility recognizes that emotions, while valid, must be balanced with an honest appraisal of one's behavior. There's also a broader societal impact when individuals take responsibility. In many cultures, there is a growing tendency to avoid accountability, especially when public mistakes are made. People may resort to excuses, rationalizations, or outright denials in an attempt to salvage their reputation. This can contribute to a breakdown in trust, not only on a personal level but also within communities, workplaces, and even governments. When individuals refuse to take responsibility, it undermines the social fabric that binds people together. It creates an environment where honesty and transparency are devalued, and where dishonesty becomes normalized as a way to protect one's image or position. In contrast, when people take responsibility for their actions, they set a powerful example for others. They demonstrate the value of honesty, integrity, and courage. They also create space for others to do the same, fostering an environment of trust and mutual respect. In families, workplaces, or social groups, this behavior can encourage accountability on a collective level. When one person steps up to own their mistakes, it encourages others to do the same, which can create a culture of openness and growth. Taking responsibility in this way is not just a personal virtue. It becomes a social one, influencing the behavior of those around us and promoting collective responsibility. The act of taking responsibility also plays a crucial role in resolving conflicts. When disagreements arise, there is often a tendency for individuals to stand firm in their positions and refuse to consider their own role in the problem. This creates a cycle of blame, where each party points the finger at the other, leading to escalating tensions and unresolved issues. However, when one person is willing to take responsibility for their part in the conflict, it opens the door for dialogue, understanding, and resolution. It disarms the situation and allows for a more constructive conversation, where the focus shifts from assigning fault to finding solutions. This ability to acknowledge one's contribution to a conflict not only helps resolve the issue at hand, but also strengthens relationships by demonstrating humility and a willingness to learn from mistakes. In the professional world, taking responsibility is equally vital. Leaders who take responsibility for the performance of their teams, whether the results are positive or negative, earn respect and trust. They demonstrate that they are not just in charge when things are going well, but are also willing to stand by their team in times of failure. This ability to take responsibility for both the successes and the shortcomings of a group fosters a sense of loyalty and cohesion. It reinforces the notion that accountability is shared, and that the strength of a team lies in its collective ability to confront challenges together, rather than in pointing fingers or shirking responsibility. On an individual level, the benefits of taking responsibility are profound. It provides a sense of empowerment and control over one's life. When we take responsibility for our actions, we acknowledge that we have the power to shape our own destiny. This mindset encourages a proactive approach to life, where individuals take initiative, set goals, and take the necessary steps to achieve them. In contrast, when individuals avoid responsibility, they relinquish control, waiting for external forces or others to dictate their circumstances. This leads to a passive existence, where life happens to them rather than being something they actively participate in. Taking responsibility also nurtures resilience. Life is full of unexpected twists and turns, and setbacks are inevitable. When individuals refuse to take responsibility for their mistakes or failures, they may become overwhelmed by feelings of helplessness, frustration, or bitterness. They may retreat into a victim mentality, which hinders their ability to move forward. However, when a person takes responsibility, they empower themselves to take the necessary steps to correct course. They are not defined by their setbacks, but by how they choose to respond to them. Responsibility creates a framework for resilience, where challenges become opportunities for growth rather than obstacles to progress. In relationships, whether personal or professional, taking responsibility is essential for maintaining trust and respect. In romantic relationships, for example, the ability to take responsibility for one's actions is key to building a strong, lasting bond. When one partner acknowledges their mistakes, it fosters an atmosphere of trust and understanding. This is especially important during conflicts, where the temptation to blame or accuse the other person can lead to irreparable damage. Conversely, when both partners take responsibility for their actions, they create a foundation of mutual respect, where both are willing to listen, learn, and grow together. In summary, taking responsibility is an essential trait that reflects a person's true character. It involves a willingness to acknowledge one's actions, accept the consequences of those actions, and take ownership of both successes and failures. By doing so, individuals demonstrate integrity, self-awareness, and personal growth. They foster environments of trust and accountability, inspire others to do the same, and build stronger relationships. Taking responsibility is not merely about admitting mistakes, it's about actively shaping one's life with intention and purpose. Through this commitment, individuals can cultivate resilience, empower themselves, and contribute to the creation of a more responsible and compassionate society. Confronting discomfort is a fundamental aspect of personal development and emotional resilience. It's a concept that transcends temporary hardship and speaks to the way individuals approach life's inevitable challenges, obstacles, and moments of tension. While many people instinctively try to avoid discomfort, it is in fact through these moments of unease that strength of character is forged. Confronting discomfort does not merely involve enduring difficult situations, but actively engaging with them, learning from them, and growing stronger as a result. This process of facing discomfort with courage and resilience lays the foundation for true inner strength and long-term success. One of the most significant ways discomfort shapes strength is through its ability to push individuals beyond their limits. When faced with a challenge, discomfort arises because the situation demands something of us that we may not feel capable of delivering. Whether it's the fear of failure, the discomfort of vulnerability, or the physical and emotional strain of pursuing difficult goals, discomfort often feels like an obstacle. However, it's precisely through these moments of challenge that we are able to stretch our abilities and develop greater competence. When we step outside of our comfort zones, we enter the realm of growth. This is where progress happens, where we move from what we already know and are comfortable with into new territory that requires us to adapt, learn, and evolve. For example, in a professional setting, a person might be tasked with taking on a leadership role or managing a project outside their usual scope of expertise. Initially, the discomfort of the new responsibility may seem overwhelming. The fear of failure, self-doubt, or the anxiety of handling a task that requires new skills can feel like too much to handle. However, if the individual embraces the discomfort rather than shrinking from it, they begin to acquire new skills, build confidence, and gain experience. The discomfort of uncertainty becomes a tool for growth. Over time, the person becomes more adept, more capable, and more resilient in the face of challenges. In this way, discomfort isn't a signal to avoid the task, it's a signal to rise to the occasion, to meet the challenge head-on. Moreover, confronting discomfort helps individuals develop emotional resilience. In life, we face numerous emotional challenges: loss, rejection, criticism, disappointment, and the everyday stresses of living. The natural instinct may be to run from these painful emotions, to numb them with distractions or avoid them altogether. However, emotional resilience is developed not by avoiding discomfort, but by experiencing and processing it. When people allow themselves to sit with uncomfortable emotions rather than escape them, they develop a deeper understanding of their emotional landscape and, ultimately, greater control over their reactions. For instance, in the face of failure, many people feel the impulse to hide their embarrassment or shame. This reaction is a defense mechanism to shield the ego from the pain of rejection or perceived inadequacy. Yet, when individuals allow themselves to truly experience the discomfort of failure, they open the door to self-compassion. They begin to understand that failure is not a permanent reflection of their worth but a temporary setback. By confronting this discomfort rather than retreating from it, individuals grow emotionally stronger, learning how to navigate difficult feelings with greater ease in the future. Discomfort also plays a critical role in the development of mental fortitude. The mind, much like the body, becomes stronger through training and challenges. Just as lifting heavier weights builds physical strength, facing mental and emotional discomfort builds resilience and psychological toughness. When faced with stressful situations or difficult decisions, many people's instinct is to avoid or procrastinate. However, the process of confronting those difficult situations, whether it's making an uncomfortable decision, having a tough conversation, or pushing through a period of high stress, forces the mind to strengthen its capacity to manage pressure and uncertainty. Over time, an individual who regularly confronts discomfort builds a mindset that can withstand challenges without crumbling. This ability to handle discomfort with composure and clarity is what sets resilient individuals apart from those who shy away from difficulty. The importance of confronting discomfort is also highlighted by its role in fostering personal integrity. The act of facing discomfort, especially when it requires doing something difficult or unpopular, strengthens one's character by teaching the value of principles. It is easy to act in alignment with one's values when life is smooth and circumstances are favorable. However, true integrity is demonstrated when someone adheres to their principles despite adversity or discomfort. This may manifest in standing up for what's right in the face of opposition, making personal sacrifices for the greater good, or taking responsibility for one's mistakes rather than making excuses. Confronting the discomfort of difficult choices forces individuals to align their actions with their values, thus reinforcing the strength of their character. Another significant aspect of confronting discomfort is the way it helps individuals build perseverance. Life rarely goes as planned. There are moments when everything seems to go wrong and the temptation to give up or quit is strong. But it is in these moments of difficulty that perseverance is cultivated. By continuing to push through discomfort, to keep going despite obstacles, and to persist when things feel impossible, individuals develop an inner resolve that strengthens their ability to handle future challenges. This tenacity, born of discomfort, becomes a valuable asset in all areas of life. Whether in personal relationships, career pursuits, or personal development, the ability to persevere through hardship allows individuals to achieve things they may have once thought unattainable. Discomfort also serves to deepen relationships, particularly in intimate or close-knit environments. In relationships, people often encounter uncomfortable situations, whether it's through conflict, differences in opinion, or emotional vulnerability. While it may seem easier to avoid uncomfortable conversations or suppress feelings in order to avoid conflict, true connection is built by confronting discomfort together. When partners, friends, or family members face challenges and emotional discomfort together, they have the opportunity to strengthen their bond. In doing so, they build trust, intimacy, and mutual understanding. Confronting discomfort in relationships, whether through difficult conversations or shared hardships, teaches individuals how to navigate conflict with empathy and respect. It allows them to grow closer by showing vulnerability and demonstrating a commitment to the relationship. In addition, confronting discomfort is a catalyst for self-discovery. When people are thrust into uncomfortable situations, they often learn more about themselves than they would through pleasant experiences. For example, when someone faces a challenging task that requires persistence and dedication, they may discover hidden strengths and untapped potential within themselves. They may uncover passions, capabilities, or areas for improvement that they were unaware of before. Discomfort pushes individuals to explore new aspects of themselves, opening the door to personal growth and self-awareness. It can be a mirror that reflects both strengths and weaknesses, but in doing so, it provides valuable insights that lead to a deeper understanding of one's identity and purpose. Another key aspect of confronting discomfort is its role in fostering innovation and creativity. Many of the world's most significant breakthroughs, whether in science, technology, art, or social change, have come from individuals or groups who were willing to confront the discomfort of uncertainty, failure, or challenge. Innovation often arises from discomfort because it forces people to think differently, to step outside the constraints of established norms, and to explore new possibilities. Discomfort challenges the status quo and sparks the creative process. By embracing discomfort, individuals can develop solutions to problems that might have once seemed insurmountable. In this sense, discomfort becomes a source of inspiration, prompting individuals to question, explore, and create. In an increasingly complex world, the ability to confront discomfort is more important than ever. We live in a time of rapid change, constant information overload, and shifting societal norms. In such an environment, it's easy to become overwhelmed by discomfort, whether it manifests as anxiety, fear, or uncertainty. However, those who are able to face these feelings head on, to sit with them and engage with them, are the ones who will thrive. They develop the adaptability and mental flexibility necessary to navigate an ever-changing world. Rather than retreating into comfort or distraction, they lean into discomfort as a tool for growth and self-improvement. Finally, confronting discomfort is integral to the pursuit of meaningful goals. People often desire success, achievement, and fulfillment, but these things rarely come without struggle. Whether it's in physical fitness, academic pursuits, career advancement, or personal relationships, meaningful progress requires effort and sacrifice. Discomfort is an inseparable part of this process. It's the force that propels individuals to keep going when they're tired, discouraged, or uncertain. Without discomfort, there would be no growth, no progress, and no sense of accomplishment. The discomfort of pushing through challenges is what ultimately makes success feel rewarding, as it signifies the effort and resilience required to achieve one's goals. Confronting discomfort cultivates strength by developing resilience, emotional intelligence, perseverance, and integrity. It is through discomfort that individuals become capable of handling life's inevitable challenges with grace, strength, and wisdom. The ability to face discomfort head-on, to learn from it, and to emerge stronger is a defining characteristic of those who lead fulfilling, impactful lives. In doing so, discomfort becomes not something to fear or avoid, but a powerful catalyst for growth and transformation.